And now with this big problem where everybody's doing the big event on
the same day,
the same weekend.
Yes.
What happens to the rest of the month?
Yeah.
So now you have to also look at your monthly expenses.
Yeah.
You have to create that in that weekend that everybody's having events. And it's just became very, very difficult for owners to sustain and keep their doors open.
Yeah.
So now there's a whole lot of clubs, but no one's making money. No one's really making money. If you really look at certain venues, they will now only open when they have big events.
Yes.
The rest of the time you can go there, the doors are closed.
Yeah.
They will only advertise that big event. If you look at certain promoters, they only target certain venues because they want to target that demographic of people.
Yes.
So it's still a competition between promoters and between themselves, but it's also bigger competitions between nightclub owners, or shall I say venue owners, because nightclubs not really existing anymore. So it's sad, and I honestly think that the industry is dying slowly since COVID here in PE. It hasn't recovered more than 50%.
And it's so adamant because sometimes you are wanting to entertain guests or family over the holiday period, and there are certain groups of people that still want that nightlife experience or that feeling, and then you sit with the question, because also not everywhere you go is safe anymore.
That's a problem. It's a problem, but you must also now understand where that is coming from. At the end of the day, person A wants to sustain his business. He wants to keep his business. So he has to advertise this event. He has to advertise that event and this event and that event to get feet into his business.
Yeah.
By the time festive comes, he has now created a monopoly of events. So he's not like a KFC, you find chicken there.
Yes.
You don't go for a steak to KFC.
Yeah.
So this is now a spa.
Yeah, there's a variety. It's a convenience store almost.
Exactly.
Yes.
You see, so now you feel, what am I gonna go do there? It's not my age group of people.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna have, what I'm gonna get when I get there, etc., etc. But it's because that specific business owner needs to sustain his business because it's a seasonal business. In winter, it's dead. Middle month, it's dead. It's sad here in P. Although I've seen it happens in other cities as well, Cape Town and Joburg, but because their population of people that goes out is way more than us, those businesses can still sustain themselves. Ours is, we have a very low amount of population of people that actually go out on a weekly basis.
Yeah, and I think it has become the narrative that runs through from one province to the other. Nee, hulle is vriendelik, it's a friendly city, maar gaan niks regtig aan nie. And this is why I once again say you had to be there. You had to experience it, Unfortunately, it's no longer, ons kan dit nie vir jou teruggee nie, type of thing, but unfortunately, jy moes daar gewees het. It's over now, but you mentioned something so valuable. You said owners of venues, because you can't really call it nightclubs anymore. That really stood out for me when you said that. Now, why do you say that? What makes you categorize it as venue and not specifically a nightclub?
Ever since COVID happened, we as nightclub owners realized that we are at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Because even on level 1, remember there was level 5, then we went to level 4.
Yes, I remember.
Then level 3 and so on. And certain businesses could open. But on level 1, we had to wait for level 1 to open, and then we had to cut 50% capacity, and we were actually told that we need to make blocks on our dance floors.
Really?
Yes. We were told 1 meter blocks we had to make, and each person must dance in a block. that is what government told us.
Wow.
It was in the Gazette. And we, to sustain ourselves on level, I think it was level 3 or level 2, we as nightclub owners actually opened our venues to start selling food.
Okay.
We started selling food to try and create sort of an income.
I understand.
To just so that our staff that's been laying at home have got something to do, and the rent.
Exactly.
We need to pay rent. And then we realized that we need to run now as can't run as nightclubs anymore, as cafes.
Okay.
So cafe this, cafe that, because then we started selling food and it's a nightclub.
Okay.
A business that did it well was Gqeberha. If you looked at Gqeberha's module, they sell food, but come 10 o'clock at night, they'll put a little DJ booth in a corner and a DJ will play.
Yeah.
But no, there's no dance floor. But a DJ will play music at the time. And that's when we adopted that whole idea where we said, okay, we're going to do vice versa. We will have a dance floor, we will have lights, we will have DJs.
And we'll just...
Food on the side.
You'll add the food, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So that if COVID happens to come back again and they take us back to level 2 or 3, then we don't have to shut our doors because we're selling food. You know, and that's where nightclub, the word nightclub went out the window, and nobody started putting nightclub on their signage anymore.
That makes a lot of sense, because when you go to your places in Summerstrand and so on, when you go there, the idea and the layout that you just mentioned, tables, little DJ booth there in the corner, and then food.
Exactly.
Niemand dansie.
Yeah.
Mama's music wat speel, you know.
And a DJ.
And a DJ, yes, that's
and full on sound.
Right. Yes.
Not a little speaker there in the ceiling. Full on sound.
Yes.
Serious CDJs, everything, amps, the works. So it's nightclubs, or let me put it this way: bars became nightclubs.
There we go.
And nightclubs became bars.
That's an intelligent way of putting it. It makes a lot of sense, because you just walk in and you see it, but you take it at face value because, you know, but having an understanding behind it now, like you've explained, it brought me so much insight. Now I understand why it's working the way it is. And luckily it's a win-win situation, because you still get feet in the door and they still generate their money, you know. So for me, I think I'm really sorry for those who wasn't there to enjoy it, you know, the way it was meant to be enjoyed. But I think I want to say thank you, Ricardo, for what you invested in PE and the nightlife dynamic that you introduced us into. And the fact that we were safe, that for me is extremely important as a female. I know that if I go to Godfather Supreme in ek tel moeilikheid op, which I never did, ek en Ricardo toe gaan. You know, you didn't say, go to the security, you know, you were very hands-on. And I think that is what made us feel like, it's alright, ons gaan na toe gaan. You know, like I said, it's a second, third home to some people, and it was also a place of escape. So I want to find out, you are doing so many things, you also a DJ. Are you now going to jump on the socials and give us a little bit of a, you know, just a spin on the decks over there, or is it something that you don't want to fully venture into any longer?
No, I love playing music. I play for myself. If I do have a venue, I'll play in my venue for people that support my business. But it's not something I want to put on the cloud.
Okay.
It's just a personal hobby.
I hear you.
Yeah. I'm I love behind the scenes. I'm a very behind the scenes person. So it was difficult for me to play sometimes in my venues, but the focus was to feed from
give and take.
So I wanted that feedback from them, and it was to keep me driven for what's going, you know, to happen the following week and the following month. That's the only way I put myself in the front.
But furthermore, you at the back. You're very resta. For someone who is in, and this is my personal opinion, who is in a noisy industry, you're very quiet. You're very quiet being, in my opinion, for someone who's in a noisy industry, if you get what I'm saying. So I suppose opposites attract, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. So tell me, Carter, you wear so many hats and you've done so much for all of us in PE and the lifestyle that we used to live back then. Because I really feel like if it wasn't for the experiences, we wouldn't have stories to tell. You know, we wouldn't say to our kids, julle ken nog niks nie. Julle ken nog niks van die trappe van Godfathers en so 3 uur in die nag en afgekom het. Ek was daar aan try. It's true, you would have to have your chummies. You're carrying you down, those who would drink, but it would be fun. It would be fun. You would still be safe, you know. You started making friends with the people that sell the Wors keys, and you know what I'm saying? You start noticing people's cars, so really it generated a culture of its own. But now that you know, that chapter now closed and you've got other things going on, what is next for you? What is next for Ricardo? It's like someone asked me, when someone asked me, Jocelyn, tell us about yourself. I'm like,
It's the industry I love.
Yes.
I simply love this industry. So, I've opened a few venues now, open, close. So I've realized now exactly where we are, finally, in PE, and we behind again.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say, but we've... sorry, I very like...
No, it's true.
We fell not a bit, quite a bit behind. Because if you look at what's happening in PE, it's then the same stuff that happened 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
It's the same things still happening. So there's a lot that has changed. So I've now realized it, and it's again time to go and invest time in planning and a lot of money.
Yes.
And then come and put PE back on a map.
Yeah.
Again, somebody needs to do it.
Yes.
For PE. I'm not saying it's me.
We want it to be you, so you may as well. Please.
I'm not saying it's going to be me, but it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Rather sooner than later. But I don't think the timing is right yet.
Okay.
Simply for a few reasons. Number one, financially, this town is just not doing well. Secondly, there's definitely too many venues.
Yeah.
So the timing is definitely not right. Maybe 6 months to a year before something like that can happen. Personally, right now I'm focusing on my promotional business, which is Vogue Management,
Yes.
and my construction business. So that's Elite Projects. So those two, they're running quite well.
Yes.
With Vogue Management, we pride ourselves with the Sunrisers. So
Yes.
we do all their marketing.
Congratulations on that.
And yeah, so season 4's coming up now, so we're prepping for that.
Beautiful.
And it's an exciting season this year because we bought amazing players. So
Yes.
I think Sunrisers has got a 90% chance of winning again this year.
Wow.
It's going to
It's
be
amazing.
fun. The cricket season is going to be fun.
Yeah,
And it's starting earlier, so it's starting 2 weeks, 10 days earlier.
Okay, all right.
So it's starting in December, late December, which is like
You heard it here first on the sounds of What Not Fundy Man himself. I just want to say thank you, Ricardo. I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for us as a city, for us as young people, and then also just giving me the opportunity to sit with you. Because when I was planning my episodes, I was like, Ricardo, damn it, you must speak to Ricardo, lay the foundation. And I knew she was going to do it,
She
and I
phoned
knew.
me.
Yes.
phoned me.
Oh, did she phone
She
you?
messaged me first and then she phoned me.
Aye.
How's my baby that?
I know she's your baby.
Tell him since he's, I think 10 or 11 years old.
No, she really is your baby, hey?
No.
All married and whatnot. I think that's the last time I saw you at her wedding.
Yeah,
at her wedding I saw. Thank you, Tam. We appreciate you. But I want to say thank you for your time and thank you for once again assuring us that even though PE and the nightlife that it used to come with is where it's at now at the moment, there's still room for improvement.
A lot of room.
A lot of room, and for us that still maybe wants to go outside, not that I go anywhere, but for us that still sometimes want to entertain and you still want to show off, this is what we do, holidays and so on. So hearing you share that there are plans in the works, I think gives us as PE hope. I really do. I believe that.
Don't put it on me.
Find someone else for the moment.
Yeah, look, the industry is very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult at the moment. So, like I said, it's going to take close to a year for something special to happen again. I believe that. And I believe PE does have it in them. And somebody will. I believe that fully. I really do, wholeheartedly. But we're just falling further and further behind.
And maybe it's time for us to have a listen that the people who are inside the industry is telling us, guys, we need to pull together over here.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's everybody's pulling different directions.
True.
So and like I said to you earlier, I had a good team. And you need a team. If you look at over the years, wherever there was a team, the events were always successful. Look at Travelers. They were a team.
They were a team, correct.
And they did well until the team started going,
Yes.
So I'm just making an example of one. But wherever there's teamwork, it's always successful.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. No man is an island.
No.
And I mean, even with the podcast, I reached out to Dan and I said, this is my vision. This is my dream. This is what I want. I need your help. Dan then went on and he said, I'm pulling all my buddies together, same industry, they know what's up, and we're going to give back because all of us have our own skills, but there's no works being done if we don't put it together. So I wholeheartedly agree with you. Is there anything else you wish to cover that I maybe perhaps didn't touch on?
I'm just happy that, a lot of guys are still around.
Yes.
It's sad that Uncle Winston Winner has now passed. We are so blessed to still have Mr. Shakes around.
We are.
And I just wish we can, do more.
That's the thing.
I wish, guys, we can just pull more together and just do a little bit more. There's Mr. Viles that's around. There's, your legends like Bebe.
Exactly.
Bebe has been around for a very, very long time. And we are so close, me and Bebe. We're very, very close. And we still work so well together after so many years. I mean, we're now going on nearly 30 years that we're friends.
Wow.
And we still work so well together.
One thing about Bebe though, his energy is so contagious, right? So contagious. I contacted him early on in the year because we were going to run a festival. And I said, look, Bebe, I want you part of this. We're doing a legendary segment and I feel like you should be part of them. It was him, Mr. Shakes, Uncle Nico Lothring, DJ Viles and all of that. And I tell you, I did not even need to say much. He was like, I'm there, over and out. I am there. And his energy is contagious. And I can understand why your friendship lasted so long. Because you guys are amazing people. You really, really
people
are.
Call us brothers now because we have the same haircut.
Exactly what it said. Jy let uitwerk al koppies.
But we just, brothers from different mothers, but we just really, really good friends. And it's the respect.
Yes.
I think it's the respect that we have for one another that's been the core of our friendship, and it's last till forever. So even with all the other DJs, I mean, I can call any of the guys at any time.
Yeah.
The respect is there, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy for them, for all of
Yes,
them
yes.
doing so well.
So well.
Really, it warms my heart.
I mean, Spectrum now ventured into gospel,
Oh,
and he
brilliant.
just launched his Amapiano gospel
Yes,
mix.
I
I was
saw.
listening to it, and I was
It's
like,
amazing.
Chad,
Yes.
I'm like, you're doing things, you
Yes.
know. He actually, I mean, you invested in him.
Yes.
Funny story, he actually invested in me. So when I
Wow.
just started in radio, and we've known each other for years, but when I started in radio, he said to me, Joss, this is what you do. And I love that comes from a place where he drew that from you guys. So it was the people
Yes.
invested in him, and now he's just giving back. So once again, thank you for investing. You see, legend all around, guys. Legend. Can we just please celebrate this? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for spending time with us and for launching with us the very first episode. You're my first
I'm
guest.
so privileged.
You were my first guest. You were my first thought. I knew exactly what I was walking into and that I wanted you. So thank you so much for
Thank
valuing
you.
yourself. Thank you. No, listen, I knew it was gonna just gel, man. Not just because we know each other, but because I had such faith in, I know that this is what I want to do and you were the right person to converse with. So thank you very much. And you're welcome back anytime.
Yes, I would love to come back.
Please
I would love
do.
to come back
Please
with,
do.
With one of the other.
I wanted to say, Dan, can't we do that? When you were mentioning the DJs, I saw a table, a round table, whether it is in a bigger venue,
Yes.
and you just have all your DJs mic'd, and there's just stories
That will be
going back
amazing.
and forth.
Always.
You yeah?
We can make something.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So I'm gonna be on your case. I'm gonna be on your
Wait for
case.
that all time.
Thank you very much, and
It's a
thank you
pleasure.
once again for just being around, man. Just also knowing that you haven't left the city permanently. I think also makes us feel there's hope. You know. So Cara, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. But once again, you're welcome at the Sounds of Whatnot. And once again, give us the experience that we yearn for, please. And even if you speak to someone, I know it's safe in your hands. I know it's safe in
Now
your
it's
hands.
coming. There's definitely something coming next year, don't worry.
Beautiful. Guys, thank you so much once again. Behind the camera, I've got Dan, Caleb, and Clarkson.